This is a herd of elk, but there's no legal bulls in this group. They're all cows, calves, and spikes.
This is the morning hunt. I'm 20 feet up in a climber over a creek, like 20 degrees. This 2.5-year-old doe with her fawn came in. Unfortunately, she came in right in the way I walked to my stand, and she scented my tracks. And after 10 minutes of sniffing and looking around, she decided she didn't like it. And so she went back the way she came. There's her fawn following mom. And then after about 10 minutes, she came back, exact same place. Again, she scented my boots, looked around for quite some time, and decided she didn't like it again. And so she goes back, exact same route as before, retreats, and her fawn is following her. And about 10 minutes later, she came back a third time. But this time she went around the buildings to the north and just avoided the whole situation. Smart doe.
This is an afternoon hunt. It's just about sunset. This is a matriarch doe coming in from the southwest. The wind's out of the west, but it's swirling. And there's a couple more does behind her. Unfortunately, she's on the wrong side of the fence here. And it's a 35-yard shot, but that's another property I don't have permission to hunt on. She's cautious. She's looking around in different directions, but not spooked in any way. And there's even a couple times here that she looks directly at me. I'm in a climber about 20 feet up in a tree. She's looking directly at me there, flicks her tail, and that doesn't have any concern, still looking around. And she'll actually take a second look at me in just a couple minutes. And again, is satisfied. I'm not moving. And she flicks her tail again. And then right here, this is classic being scented. She caught a whiff of me. She doesn't know where I'm at. She's not looking directly at me and bolted. And the other does bolted as well. This was a tricky morning for bow hunting. It's 29 degrees with freezing fog. I was able to get into my climber in a tree that leans over a creek about an hour before first light, and I think did not spook 4 deer that were bedded just 100 yards north to me. These are two does that are coming through and they're moving from my north to the east. This is a 56-yard shot, and I decided not to take it. My climber and the tree's covered with ice. It's the first time I've been in this tree with my climber. The base is at a tilt, and I just wasn't comfortable with the shot. This is a 2.5-year-old buck that came through after the does. And about 45 minutes later, two of the does came back out and again giving me the same shot, but declined to take it. I watched these deer for about 2.5 hours. They never left my sight, but I never had a shot inside of 50 yards. So it was an enjoyable morning, and the fog here is pretty dense. It's about 100-yard visibility.
This is the kind of blood trail you get with a double lung shot. Typically, I have never had a deer go over 100 yards with a double lung shot. And there she is. Nice doe. Nice doe. Ended up being a heart shot. Not too much left of the heart.
A few minutes before sunrise, there are 5 deer that are coming in. These are all yearlings. There's a fork buck, I think a spike, and then 3 does, all 1.5-year-old does. I was holding off because I thought I would get a shot straight to the north, broadside at 20 yards, but they curved around and came down this little chute. These deer are moving. I didn't want to make a grunt at them to try to get them to stop because there's a bigger doe coming through. And here she is. It's a 24-yard shot. And just perfect, right behind both shoulders, double lung shot. And here you can see the deer tumbling.
Well, it took a while to find the arrow. It passed through the deer, bounced off of the frozen ground through that fence, and then came out into this hayfield about almost 20 yards. This deer just went about 90 yards. Pretty good blood trail, double lunger.